गए झूले, धरती भी आनंद से डोले, अंबर पर भी पड़ गए झूले।
रिम झिम चैतन्य बरसे, हम भी गाए नाचे मिलके। Happy birthday to you, mother. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you, mother. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you, mother. Happy birthday to you. परम के जन्म का परम दिन मनाए, जन्म का परम दिन मनाए।
निर्मल का हम जन्मदिन मनाए।
करे मुक्त कंठों से कण कण निनादित, ये आनंद की बेला है,
मन है आनंदित। Happy birthday to you, mother. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you, mother. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you, mother. Happy birthday to you. श्री माता जी प्यारी हमारी, श्री माता जी प्यारी हमारी।
झुकी तब चरणों में दुनिया सारी, झुकी तब चरणों में दुनिया सारी।
श्री माता जी प्यारी हमारी,
झुकी तब चरणों में दुनिया सारी, झुकी तब चरणों में दुनिया सारी। बदले जगत को लिया जन्म तुमने, बदले जगत को लिया जन्म तुमने।
ले अवतार कल की माँ निर्मल पधारी, ले अवतार कल की माँ निर्मल पधारी।
अभी तक की सोई कुंडलिनी जगाई, सहस्त्राकुला माँ के चरणों में समाई। अभी तक की सोई कुंडलिनी जगाई, सहस्त्राकुला माँ के चरणों में समाई। पहले सहज ज्ञान वहाँ से वहाँ तक, समाया चैतन जहाँ से जहाँ तक। बनाना है नव रूप अभिनव संसार, बहेगी जहाँ पे शांति सुख धार। जलेगी माता जी तुमको जन्मदिन मुबारक।
मुबारक मुबारक जन्मदिन मुबारक, श्री माता जी तुमको जन्मदिन मुबारक।
मुबारक मुबारक जन्मदिन मुबारक। मुबारक मुबारक जन्मदिन मुबारक। मुबारक मुबारक जन्मदिन मुबारक। मुबारक मुबारक जन्मदिन मुबारक। मुबारक मुबारक जन्मदिन मुबारक। श्री माँ का जन्मदिन हो हमको मुबारक।
मुबारक मुबारक जन्मदिन मुबारक, श्री माँ का जन्मदिन हो हमको मुबारक।
मुबारक मुबारक जन्मदिन मुबारक। श्री माता जी तुमको जन्मदिन मुबारक।
मुबारक मुबारक जन्मदिन मुबारक, श्री माँ का जन्मदिन हो हमको मुबारक।
विश्व निर्मल धर्म फैलेगा, जलेगी ज्योत से ज्योति। सितारे नभ पर जो चमके हैं, धरा चमकाएंगे सहजी।
मुबारक श्री माँ का जन्मदिन हो हमको मुबारक।
माँ तेरी जय हो, तेरा ही विजय हो। तेरे गीत से आज जग ये जीवित हो माँ।
जय शिव शंकर जय गंगाधर, जय शिव शंकर।
Jai Shri Mataji. Let's start the meditation with a collective global namaskar. Namaskar, Kundalini.
Today we have gathered here to worship the Adi Kundalini and your own Kundalini, both of them. Because your Kundalini is the reflection of the Adi Kundalini. We have understood a lot about Kundalini. And also, we know that through her awakening only, through her ascent only, we have ascended into a very higher realm of consciousness. It's not only that, we have risen to a very higher realm of awareness, but that it has granted us so many powers that never before in the history of spirituality people had this power of awakening of Kundalini. As soon as they got their awakening, perhaps, they went more on to the left or to the right and tried to achieve powers which were not so much for the benevolence of others. Buddha has written clearly that when the incarnation of future Buddha, that is Matraya, three mothers put together, comes in, that time it will be used for the benevolence of people. This is one of the signs of the people, not only of Sajogis, but of the people. So how can it be unless and until those who are Buddhas, means those who are realized souls, know the science of Kundalini? Those people who had very little knowledge about Kundalini, who must have read in some scriptures or somewhere which is being described, started misusing it. And so they became tantrikas. But Tantra, as you know very well, is the mechanism of Kundalini. And the yantra is the Kundalini itself, is the machine. Today, I think, as we know so much about Kundalini, how it passes through different centers, how it rises, all those things as we know, we should find out how we can nourish our Kundalini. That's very important to know. First of all, there's a big difference between you people and other people who got their realization. First big difference is this, that this power you have achieved Sahaja, easily. Others had to go to Himalayas, stand in the cold there for days together. So many died, live in the caves, eating fruits, sometimes nothing. Even Buddha's time, they had to use only one piece of cloth to cover their body. And they had to ask for alms in the villages and somehow cook some food and eat it, whether it was cold or hot, no comforts. On the contrary, he taught them that we should give up all our comforts, because you can live without comforts. But none of them got realization and none of them could do the work of awakening of Kundalini. So the difference is too much. The way you got your realization, the way your Kundalini in a very Sahaja manner was awakened, and the way you are manifesting those powers that you have got. For example, you can give realization to others, you can cure others, you can feel the vibrations of others. There are some Sahaja yogis who can control rain, sun, moon, everything. Such yogis, some of them, have tremendous powers of prayers. Just by praying, they have saved the lives of many people. And these powers were available to some of them, even to the rishis and great munis on those days. But their powers were not based on love and compassion. This is your special field because you have to work for the benevolence of the people. Their field was to protect themselves or to destroy. So they developed powers of curses, like sharp. They could curse people. You haven't got that power. You cannot curse anyone. Very nicely, that power I've cancelled. Nor do I curse. I can, but I never curse it. Because our basis is love and compassion and tenderliness. They were very hot-tempered people, most of them, extremely hot-tempered. And sometimes they used also terrible, harsh languages whenever they spoke about the people who were not realized or who were troubling them. This was very funny, the way they were angry with the society, the way they described them. Some of them did not look at the society, did not denounce the society, did not say bad things about the society. But they were only satisfied with themselves. Or they wrote about the blessings that they are having. But you have a new dimension. You have to use your powers for the benevolence of the people. So, also, your Kundalini was awakened so Sahaja. It is because of the love and compassion of your mother. So this time, we should say, your Kundalini can only be nourished if you develop within yourself the sense of pure love and pure compassion. First, I've used the word pure. That's my name also. That means you have to be innocent to begin with. If you are not innocent, then you have certain problems, maybe with your lust. Maybe your love might be directed towards some person only. Kundalini is not like that. She rises, she goes to all the chakras, she doesn't get involved into any. She tries to cure every chakra, nourish that chakra, and she is only worried about her ascent. In the same way, a Sahaja yogi should not get involved into any relationship as such is possible. You don't have to become like Buddha's disciples. For example, as I have always told you, the sap in the tree rises and goes to various parts of the tree and then evaporates or comes back. So this passage should be kept open. And once this passage is kept open, the Kundalini can rise very easily without any trouble. But this passage can be closed in case you get too much involved into one thing. Because there are some people who get involved, say, in their parents to begin with. All right, in the beginning I know those who come in the beginning to Sahaja Yoga will start saying, mother, my father's sisters, husbands, these things, that is sick. So will you please cure that person? Very common. They'll write long, long letters describing the relationship and I really lose the connection. Who is this one? Without writing the names, they will give all the connections that they have. These are all artificial connections. Tomorrow some calamity comes on you. These relationships are of no use. On the contrary, you'll find they'll take advantage of it. You cannot depend on these relations of yours, in what family you were born, in what religion you were born, in what country you are born, because now you are a universal being. So you are no more related through these artificial relationships, but you are related through your spiritual relationships. Unless and until we establish that within ourselves. That doesn't mean you give up your husband, give up your wife, give up your children, nothing of the kind. But that means that if you have to give up our conditionings, we have to give up all these things. There are all kinds of conditionings we have. If there are some good conditionings, still we should give, in the sense they should not be conditionings, but we should be master of them. For example, Indians have one good conditioning in a way in their own country, that they must have their bath early in the morning. I used to do the same. Then England is horrible for that. It takes its respite. If you do that in England, it's a cursed country. You just can't do that. You have to take your bath in the night, otherwise give up bathing. And one has to change. But if you have that conditioning, then you will feel very sad. Oh, I missed my bath. I'm feeling, I can't sleep now. I can't feel all right. I am not normal. It's a good conditioning, but still it is enslaving you. So whether it is good or bad, if it is a conditioning, we should try to see it clearly. It's a conditioning. That doesn't mean that you should go in the opposite direction. That all right, I'll never have my bath. That's not the way. It is that, all right, if it doesn't suit in the morning, I'll have it in the evening. Also, it doesn't matter, once in a while I miss it. The bath cannot control me. I'll control the bath. Nothing should control you. Then the Kundalini moves first, because you must have complete liberty. If you do not have complete liberty, then the Kundalini won't move. We have conditionings of our families, of our religion, of our country. These conditionings, as far as possible, is to be seen clearly that we have got it through our family. If you are born a Christian, you will always be more attached to Christ. Christ you have not seen, you don't know whether he existed or not, whether this Bible is true or not, but you will be more attached to Bible. Now, if you are a Hindu, you will be more attached to Gita or to Vedas or something. This creates imbalance. Because we must have the same attitude towards all the religions, towards all the scriptures. That's the sign of a saint. So this conditioning has to go. In what country you are born is another conditioning which has to be fought out. Very important it is. I don't want to discuss the conditionings of different countries, but you know very well. After realization, when you rise higher than your society which is surrounding you, you start understanding and you start describing. I've come to know about the stupidity of all these countries through the people who belong to that country. For example, a Frenchman will say, Mother, this is typical French mind. He's a French, otherwise born. Or a Hindu will say, Mother, this is typically a Hindu man. He will do like this. So then you understand that you are not typifying that country. You are a universal being and you are living like a universal being. Once you become the universal being, then also you realize that the skin deep complexion makes no difference in the world. So then you don't start hating somebody who is darker than you or who is fairer than you. Both ways it works. It's not only the people who are fair hate the darker ones, but darkers also hate equally. And mutually they believe that they are all absolutely wrong. If you ask a fanatic about another religion, he'll say that's the worst religion, his is the best. And you ask another fanatic, he will say his is the best, the rest of it is the worst. That means all of them are the worst, in a general opinion. Everybody seems to be the worst. All the fanatics are the worst. If you take a general consensus, you see. Nobody will say that, all right, my religion is all right, and at least one another is all right. Nobody. If you ask an Englishman, he'll say, Mother, this is typically English. You can't help it. They get so angry. I've seen the English getting angry with the other English for misbehaving or doing something towards me. But I don't, because they're blind. So here, the compassion should come within you as a universal being, that by God's grace you have risen higher. In the real sense of the word, it is not just you are certified, you are realized souls. No. You are realized souls, no doubt. You are. Sakshat. So, then as it is now, you are absolutely certified by God that you are realized souls. Naturally, you must change everything. No use typifying yourself, identifying yourself with something that is now you have given up. For example, from the egg now you have become the birds. Now birds don't identify themselves with the eggs and settle down in one place. They fly. Now they have become birds. There are no more eggs. In the same way, we should accept our position. We should accept ourselves as realized souls with self-esteem and understanding as to what is our purpose of life now. It is changed completely, entirely. Once you understand the purpose of your life innately, not outside because I am saying or it's a mental process, but inside you feel responsible. You have got realization to spread it all over the world and to emancipate the whole world. Once you realize this point, then automatically you take up responsibilities and the Kundalini will rise. I know of many people who said, Mother, we cannot speak, we have a stage fright or that. You just stand up. That's all. And they started giving lectures, I had to stop them. There are many who said that we cannot write any poems, Mother, we are no good, we cannot sing. I know of a girl who used to sing so horribly bad that people had to tell her that because she would always go out of tune and very loudly she would sing. Then they had to tell her, now you better keep at the back and don't sing now anymore. Now she's the one who is sort of leading the group. So all these beautiful things start manifesting, which you should accept that they have come to you. And give up all that you call as fear. All kinds of fear we have. These are all left-sided things, as you have seen yesterday, left-sided man, what he should do. But what a left-sided man has to know, that he is now an enlightened soul. And no one can touch him, leave alone destroy. No saint will be destroyed. Those who will try to destroy you will in a very interesting manner will be finished. Not destroyed, but very interesting manner, very jocular manner. You laugh at that and you will enjoy the way things are working out. Like there's a saying in Sanskrit, Vinashakale viparita buddhi. Means their destruction will start by their own stupid methods. They'll become stupid. And at every stage you will say they are becoming stupid. And by that stupidity they are destroying themselves. You don't have to worry about that part. So that's why you don't need any destructive powers. It will all be done by this all-pervading divine power. So that part you have to give up. You just forgive that person. As soon as you forgive, the responsibility from you shifts. And then Kundalini rises. You don't have to carry any malice, anything against him, but just laugh. Because they are blind. Because they are stupid. They are foolish. What do we do if you see an idiot? We may not laugh in his presence, but we do, isn't it? At his back. Because he's an idiot. So they become idiotic. And you see them becoming idiotic, and then you just start. You see, that's the humor of Sahaja Yoga. You have to have some humor also, isn't it? And then you start seeing these jokers, you see, behaving in that manner. And the whole circus they do is nothing but jocular. So there's nothing to have any fear from any human being. Same about organizations or anything. Naturally, you have to know one thing, that as you are realized souls, you have seen the truth, you are in the light. So they are going to oppose you. They are going to oppose you. They did this, isn't it, to others? Everybody suffered so much. But now no more sufferings to you. Only thing, you can enjoy the humor. Just understand this point, that nothing will destroy you, no one can touch you, but they are there just to supply some humor for you. If you take such a light attitude towards them, all this fear and left side will go away. What are these badhas and what are these bhoots and what are these tantrikas? Nothing. You are so powerful. Just with one glance, you can see them dancing on their heads, the other way round. As long as you'll have fear, Kundalini won't rise, because she doesn't rise for people who are cowards. Coward is she's not going to support. If you are a coward, she said, all right. You are walking on the street. Normally, people are afraid if there's darkness, afraid that somebody might attack. But a Sahaja does not. If he's a real Sahaja, because he knows there are ganas and there are angels around him. No one can touch him. And the one who will try, these ganas will make such a fool out of that person that you'll have a nice chance to laugh at. Now you watch and see. So this left side or this fear should go. Once this fear will go, all your slyness, all your intrigues, all your jealousies will just disappear. That's how the Kundalini will rise very well. Then another problem is for the awakening of the Kundalini is your ego. That's tremendous, I must admit. Rather too much for people who follow Christ. It's very surprising. And those who follow Buddha. Because they are anti-Christ. Because they are anti-Buddha. The one who on the cross said that, "Oh Father, forgive them for they do not know what they are doing." If you are following him, how can you have ego? Now the forgiveness should be absolutely spontaneous. There should be no ripple even of anger. Because you are so powerful. What can anybody harm you? But if you catch on your agya, only you are harming yourself. If you want to harm yourself, nobody can help it. So this anger, which comes from liver and settles down in your agya, has to be looked into. That's a very important thing where Kundalini stops, in the West especially. Because this whole culture here has created two problems. The first one is acquisition instinct, what you call as greed. The more greed you have, the more these machines can run and you can have industrial development of plastics and then have a conference against ecology. In Spain I saw, I don't know, there must be 3-4 car factories because every car had only one driver because it had to be there. And so many cars that you just don't know how to move. For your program also is impossible. You must start 2 hours earlier when you can just take 15 minutes. In France is another thing, Paris. Paris, if you want to go somewhere, you should start at 4 o'clock in the morning. Otherwise, you cannot reach that place. Same about Milan and same about Rome. The worst is Switzerland. I don't know what to say about Switzerland. It's just, the name itself is rather very dangerous. Because they are making all ugly money, they are doing all these things. I mean, every kind of sin they have got in the name of acquisition. For them, nothing like sin, taking somebody's money nicely, keeping that there, extracting money from poor countries, they don't feel there's anything wrong. I mean, they have become immune. So this acquisition instinct that we have, and which has been very much fanned and have been made into a big sort of a quality in the West. We should try to see it clearly. In the olden days, in the same European countries, this was used for creating art, for producing artists, for supporting artists. Even in our country, artists were supported by the kings and all the big empires that we had. These days, there's no question. No government is willing to support the artist. You know that Mozart was called by the Queen herself to play before her. So the governments were not only looking after the collection of taxes, but they were looking after the artists, musicians, painters, and people who did creative art. Like in France, you can see how their queen collected beautiful artistic things and encouraged artists to do artistic work. Spent her money in that. And now, you know that she was killed by people. By killing her, they have killed the art of France. And now the French themselves have become bourgeois. Those whom they condemned, they have become that. So acquisition instinct has to be taken to the acquisition of art. That also should not be plastic. Otherwise tomorrow you might start buying plastic artistic things. Genuinely made, handmade things. Or the music also, which is very deep, classical, singing the songs of the divine. Not the cheap type music which just makes you mad or makes you full of lust and greed. So this is one of the problems of your culture, which gives you this kind of a ego. I mean, people, if they have, say, a Rolls Royce, then of course nobody can talk to them. Their brain has blown out of their heads completely. But even the driver of the Rolls Royce, who doesn't own the Rolls Royce, he drives, his head is off. He has a different gait, he walks in a different way, he talks in a different way. So this acquisition instinct gives you so much of ego. I mean, you go to somebody's house, like some stupid Indians who are now in England. I went to their house. They are Sardarjis, means following the path of Guru Nanak, where drinking is not allowed. So as soon as you rise, he shows us a pub in his house. My God, I said. I went back 3-4 steps, you see. He says, see my pub, as he says. And from the pub he takes out a soda thing and shows us how it pumps out the soda. And he wouldn't talk, And when we said we don't drink, he thought we were sinners of the worst type. That we don't drink. So this acquisition instinct is now ending up into something which is very cheap, vulgar, and immoral. The fondness is so much that you are sometimes shocked. The way people try to show off.
Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Let's sit very comfortably and put both hands on the floor. Attention in Sahasrara. Let's really put our attention in Sahasrara collectively and feel all the threads of Mother Kundalini which are coming out of our Sahasrara. Let our attention be at 20-30 centimeters above Sahasrara, and let's watch Mother Kundalini coming out of our collective Sahasrara. Both hands on the floor. Let's breathe in and breathe out peacefully with full attention above our head on the complete presence of Adi Shakti and Sadashiva in Sahasrara. At the same time, we surrender to Mother Earth with both hands on the floor. We surrender our right side and our ego and mind, which is coming out of our being through our right hand. All the heat of the right channel is coming down to Mother Earth. All the negativity of the right side, the anger, all the toxins, every conditioning that is harming us, consciously or unconsciously, from the right side are coming out and are being sucked up by Mother Earth on the right side, on the right hand. On the left hand, superego, all the disease inside us, all the possessions inside us, all the sicknesses, all the damages of our personal and collective stories, all the traumas and the consequences of these traumas, all our bad behaviors that are preventing our spiritual, material, social growth and evolution are coming out from the left side, from the left hand. Let's watch both left hand and right hand, which are expelling, which are putting out all the dirt, all the impurities in our system. From left side and right side, they are being sucked up, all the bad energies. Let's feel the heat. Let's feel the hot energy in our hands going down into Mother Earth collectively with full attention in Sahasrara on Sadashiva and Adi Shakti, which are being completely drenched by the rising, powerful rising of Mother Kundalini, of Adi Kundalini. Adi Kundalini is rising powerfully and is completely drenching, uniting with Sadashiva and Adi Shakti in Sahasrara. And let's also surrender all the impurities in our central channel to Mother Earth. So the three channels are being surrendered to Mother Earth, while all our attention is in Sahasrara collectively. Let's truly surrender to Mother Earth so that we are totally cleared up from all the badas in our system, in our channels, in our chakras, in our nadis, in all our aura, all the badas inside us, around us, are absorbed by Mother Earth. Only purity is inside us and around us. Pure vibration, pure divine energy. Let's put both hands on the lap. Shri Ganesh mantra. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Shri Adi Kundalini Mata mantra. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Adi Kundalini Mata Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. One more time, Shri Adi Kundalini Mata. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Adi Kundalini Mata Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Let's meditate. Let's collectively put our attention to all our brothers and sisters of the world at this stage of our meditation where we are one collectively in Sahasrara. Let's collectively decide that our Mother Kundalini will project herself through our Sahasrara. We collectively project Mother Kundalini in our Sahasrara through the 5 elements, and Mother Kundalini, while coming down from our collective Sahasrara, bless all humanity with her divine vibrations. Mother Kundalini is coming out of our collective Sahasrara like a geyser of light, is filling, nourishing all the 5 elements at the cosmic level. And when coming down, Mother Kundalini is blessing all humanity with very divine, pure, fresh vibrations. Let's watch the process of Mother Kundalini rising in totality in us, coming out very powerfully like a geyser of light, of vibrations, coming out like an explosion of vibration in our Sahasrara, in our collective Sahasrara. And in that explosion of vibration and light, all the 5 elements are vibrated. And while coming down, all these vibrations bless all humanity with higher awareness, higher level of values, dharma, peace, love, harmony, and the desire to connect with a higher sense of self, the desire to connect with Vishvanirmala Dharma, the desire to become better beings, to create harmony, peace, and love around us and in us always. And also to protect all the children of the world, to make them the adults, the balanced adults of tomorrow. Let this responsibility of protecting the innocence come in the heart, into the heart of all human beings. Let this responsibility of protecting the innocence come into the heart of all human beings. Let's finish the meditation by collectively, while keeping all our attention in Sahasrara, keeping all our collective attention in Sahasrara. Let's do a bandhan for all the yogis in meditation right now, so that all their problems, all their issues, all the obstacles in their life are removed, and they get all the blessings of the divine in all the areas of their lives, that they are saved, they are protected, they are blessed in all the ways possible by the divine. Let's do a collective bandhan with attention on each other and on all the collective of yogi meditating at the global level. All attention is Sahasrara, collective bandhan in our hands. Let's do another bandhan for the awakening of spiritual awakening of all humanity and establishment of Vishvanirmala Dharma all over the world, all over the world, in Africa, in Europe, in America, in Asia, in Australia, all over the world. Bandhan for the establishment, complete establishment and recognition of Vishvanirmala Dharma, of Sahaja at the global level. May humanity evolve and realize the blessing of Vishvanirmala Dharma, the true blessings and the true meaning of Vishvanirmala Dharma. And may Vishvanirmala Dharma become the main way to connect with the divine. Let's thank our mother in our heart and do namaskar, collective namaskar, and let's raise our kundalini and put bandhan. Have a blessed day under the protection of our beloved mother, Kundalini. Jai Shri Mataji.